Welcome back to the Football Don't Lie podcast. We have a lot to talk about, recapping Week 9 of the NFL and previewing Week 10, Players of the Week, all that good stuff. Let's get right into it with the Thursday night matchup, Jets versus Colts. Tejas, what did you think about this game?
I mean, what else is there to think about other than the fact that Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, is officially a top 10 back. He might even be creeping towards that top 5 rank because this season he has been unbelievable, and the Colts got the much big win. But I will say for the Jets, I don't know what you do if you're the Jets because Mike White played some of the best football I've seen. He had a really good first drive, and then he got hurt, but everything fell to shit for the Jets once Mike White got hurt. So I don't know what you do if you're the Jets. I think they have their bye next week, or I think they might have already had their bye. But if you're the Jets, I don't know what you do because you have a guy who was playing some of the best football in his career, and you also have your second overall pick in Zach Wilson. I really don't know what you would do. But that's up to the Joe Douglas, the GM, to figure out what he should do. And if you do decide to trade Zach Wilson, you would get some insane value out of it. I think any team would take on Zach Wilson for sure. A team like Green Bay would probably be up to it. But the Jets' future is very promising in my opinion because even though Elijah Moore is really good, Michael Carter's running the ball well. If I were a Jets fan, I would not be mad at all. They put some fight in that second half, even though they got gashed completely by Nyheim Hines and Taylor. Jets. If you're a Jets fan, this is a little promising. And if you're a Colts fan, you're right in the thick of it in the AFC playoff race. 4-5 with a few easy games coming up. I think the Colts fans should be feeling optimistic as well.
Yeah, I mean, in defense of the Jets, Josh Johnson did not do too bad. 3 touchdowns, 317 yards. He threw a pick, but I think the Jets' offense to score 30 points against that Colts defense, I think is a very good sign for their future.
I just before you continue, I just do want to say 20 of those points were against prevent defense. But go ahead.
It was, yeah. But I mean, still, like the points are points at the end of the day. Well, yeah, for the Colts, man, it was a Jonathan Taylor show. Top 5 running back. I don't know about that. He's probably top 10.
He's irking it. He is irking it because right now the way he is playing, like every single week, bro. Just consistent play from Jonathan Taylor. And I called it too. I knew the moment after the Colts were like 1-4, I was like, it's over. Frank Reich is going to start giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor more, and they're going to get right back in. And I'm surprised Nyheim Hines got involved. We've been seeing too much of him over the past few weeks, but I'm glad.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna give you 4 running backs, and I'm gonna ask you just to order them because right now my top 5 in no order. You obviously have Derrick Henry, CMC, you have Kamara, you have Cook, and I'm gonna put Nick Chubb in my top 5. But the other 4, like I'm gonna give you Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley. I'll give you 5 actually: Eckler, Aaron Jones, and Zeke.
Yeah.
So out of those 5,
here's the way I'm gonna order it. I'll go Saquon, Aaron Jones. No. I'm not about it. Saquon, Zeke, Jones. No. Saquon, Zeke, Taylor, Jones, Eckler.
I might put Eckler over Jones, but I like Eckler a lot. But I think I agree with the rest.
The thing is that even though Saquon has been hurt, he could easily be considered a top 5.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
He is easily a top 5 running back when healthy. And Zeke if Zeke gets going downhill, you stand no chance. And those guys can take it the distance anywhere on the field. Taylor can too, but I just don't think he's there yet. And Eckler and Jones, they're good, but they're not Zeke and Saquon level. So that's why I do that. But
Jones splits a lot of carries with AJ.
Jones just splits a lot of carries, and Eckler, I wouldn't say he's.
I really like Eckler.
I like Eckler too. He's really good in the pass game, but in terms of the run game, I just don't think he could be the type of guy to take 20 plus carries a week at all. So,
I mean, the way that I don't know what position Cordell Patterson is.
Yeah, I would not. No, there's no way you can put Cordell Patterson anywhere in that top 10. There's just no way.
Maybe like right outside of
Maybe outside the top 10, sure.
I would say top 15 for sure.
Yeah, I'll go outside of the top 10. You have Gibson. You have guys like Miles Sanders.
You have
Fournette.
Antonio Gibson, who has been pretty disappointing. Swift,
there you go. Swift is pushing his way up there, though.
I think Swift is top 15. Joe Mixon as well.
Joe Mixon too. There you go. That itself, Mixon, Gibson,
Josh
Swift,
Jacobs, Najee Harris, David Montgomery, Montgomery, Chris Carson, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of good running backs in the league. So I mean, Patterson, he's interesting because this is his 1 year he's at his breakout. So
yeah, let's move on to who the Jets play. They play the Bills. We'll talk about the Bills right next. But I have the Bills winning, even though they disappointed me this week.
Yeah, this should be a big bounce back for the Bills.
Big bounce back. Josh Allen had a terrible game.
I think
Josh Allen for the Bills had a terrible game.
Yes. I was surprised though. I don't know if you listened to this, but MMG has this NFL podcast he's been running over the past few weeks, and it's really good because he brings some insight in. Because I've never really listened to MMG talk about football. I've only watched his Madden videos, and he really brings this different intake. And what he said something interesting. People keep saying this was a trap game for the Bills. No, it was not a trap game, and he's absolutely right. This was a clear and defined upset win for the Jaguars. Just a big, really good game plan from the Jags defense. They brought pressure on Josh Allen. They played man to man, and
the run game was non-existent.
They disguised their coverages. And every single time they tried to run the football Zach Moss did get hurt, but every single time they tried to run the football with Singletary or Allen, the Jags were ready. They had their linebackers up a little bit, and Josh Allen looked. I get it. All the good teams have bad games, but this is just an anomaly, and just a surprise and a big time upset. We didn't expect this at all. If you would have told me the Bills would have lost to the Jaguars, I would have been
touchdowns were scored.
This. Do you know what the spread was? The spread was 14.5 towards Buffalo. That's insane.
And neither team scored a touchdown.
Neither team scored a touchdown. That's crazy. But I just got to say, Urban Meyer, he's dialed in, man.
He is.
Urban Meyer would have definitely hit the bar after this game.
He probably did. I mean, he deserves it, man.
He deserves it, yeah.
Like I said, like you said, all teams have a game or two. Even some other teams we're going to talk about that are flat out upsets, but this was probably the biggest upset of the week because I don't think anyone predicted this.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say this is the biggest one. I have this one tied with another one we'll get later on the show, but I mean, just a big time upset.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, that was an upset too. But I just think is the upset you're talking about the Broncos?
Yes.
The Broncos are still a capable team.
They are.
The Bills, I think they'll be fine. I think they have a good game against the Jets. I think they'll win that one. As far as the Jaguars, They play the Colts, which is gonna be a tough game. And I think I have the Colts in that one.
The Jags and the Colts, yeah. Urban Meyer's luck is not going to carry over this week.
Yeah, I don't think it will either.
I feel like the Jags did everything they could to stop the run this week. They will not be able to stop the run this week against Jonathan Taylor. They just will not be able to.
All right, next game we're going to talk about is the Raiders and Giants. This was another upset, I think. I think we all had the Raiders, right?
Yeah, we all had the Raiders. I was surprised. I mean, but if I'm being honest, this low-key should not have been an upset with all the turmoil that's been happening. And we didn't even get to discuss it. What Henry Ruggs did is not only irresponsible, but just uncalled for.
Yes.
The NFL has services where if you are out partying, you can call someone for free to drive you home. And Henry Ruggs decided to throw away not only his entire career, but basically almost his entire life, and basically killed an innocent girl and her dog. Just absolutely.
Was this sentence come out?
His sentence hasn't come out yet, but from what I heard from
They're saying 20 years.
They're saying a maximum of 20 years, but usually what happens with manslaughter is typically it's weird in the justice system, but typically the average sentence is around 8 years for each death of manslaughter. So he's probably going to get 8 years, but his career is over. His career is over.
His career's over, yeah.
His career's over. And even Damon Arnett, I think his career's over too. The Raiders just had a lot of turmoil, and honestly, we shouldn't have really we should have guessed that the Giants would have come out and won this game. The Raiders just had too much turmoil going on in their locker room. So I expect the Raiders to bounce back, but the Giants played a really good game. Give credit to Daniel Jones. Has been really good this year, surprisingly. He's not turned the ball over like he usually does.
Devontae Booker had a great game too.
They decided to just pound the run game because that's what the Raiders struggle at. And just a big-time win for the Giants, who are sitting at 3-6 and are only 1.5 games out of that 7 seed. So, big win for them.
Yeah, the Henry Ruggs thing was more disappointing than anything because he had so much talent. And he was having an amazing season. To throw away his career and, like you said, possibly his life like that is crazy. And like you said, you could have called even if you didn't know about that free thing, you could have called an Uber. You have so much money.
Bro.
You have so much money.
As an athlete, you have millions of dollars. And Uber costs maybe $10 to $15. I don't understand.
Did you see the video?
Yes, I saw the video. Just unbelievable.
The video
156 miles. Okay, and I was listening to MMG talk about this too. I've been getting all my news from him basically. They said his blood alcohol level was measured in the hospital, and it was at 0.16. Now that's 2 hours after the incident. If his blood level at that point was 0.16, imagine what it would have been. Imagine what it was at the time of the accident. It would have been around 0.3, bro. And that means he had a lot to drink. And I mean just a lot.
He was basically driving on alcohol poisoning, basically. And,
yes.
It doesn't take much to call an Uber. His girlfriend was in the car with him. So hopefully she's okay. She did not die, but she could have probably told him to call an Uber. And I want to call out Jay Williams. I don't know if you saw what he said. He was talking about the situation. He was like, "What's worse, Aaron Rodgers' situation or Henry Ruggs?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, is this a question?
How's that even comparable?"
Like Jay Williams, like, what is you on, bro? Like Aaron Rodgers, I get it, like the vaccination shit, but Henry Ruggs literally killed an animal and a person. Like, come on, bro. It's disappointing. I don't know what the sentence would be. I know athletes have like really good lawyers and shit, but like he literally killed a person, so I don't know how he's gonna get out of this.
It's gonna be around 8 years, more than like
his career is over basically. That's what this means. Yeah. which sucks. The Raiders, they played the Chiefs, so it does not get any easier for them.
It's
So
on
it's gonna be a tough
Sunday
game.
night, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Sunday night, correct?
Yeah.
And I have the Chiefs in this one.
I'll take the Chiefs too.
The Chiefs played against the Packers, shorthanded Packers without Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, I don't think the Packers played a terrible game with
Dude,
Jordan Love in. I think the Chiefs, they've been disappointing me all season. But Patrick Mahomes, he had that one play at the end, but apart from that, he was kind of invisible. It was really the Chiefs' defense, which has been a weakness for them. But I'm not going to give them much credit for stopping Jordan Love.
yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, I'm pretty sure the Packers were still missing their secondary. Eric Stokes was not there. Jair Alexander was not there. So, and they're missing O linemen too. So, I mean, the Chiefs won this game, but it wasn't convincing.
Yeah, it was. I'm really disappointed in this Chiefs offense. It really frustrates me. They couldn't get it going against this Green Bay team. They tried to run the ball a lot more this week, but it really didn't work. Even though Williams had I think 71 yards, just a boring game. If you would have told me last year, Chiefs Packers, what do you think the score is going to be? I would have said 40 to 45 or something on the lines of that. Not 13-7. Just a really defensive game, and Patrick Mahomes it really frustrates me that the Chiefs can't get it going against this Green Bay team. And I want to get to talk about Green Bay.
I want to talk about Green Bay too.
You know that this Green Bay, I like Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has always been one of my favorite QBs. I love Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. They're really good players. And this defense is low-key sneaky. Devondre Campbell, once they get Zadarius Smith back, I think this team has a lot of potential. But Aaron Rodgers, I've never been more disappointed in someone for not only lying.
I was going to say that too. Yeah.
But if I get it,
because some Packers fans are saying
it really frustrates me to say it, but he's just a diva, bro.
Some Packers fans are just saying that, he wasn't lying to the team or the NFL. He was just lying to the fans. But that shit is still not right, bro.
Explain to me this. In a preseason interview, he goes out and says he is immunized. Well, immunized by the definition of
means vaccinated. That's literally what it means.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. It means you're vaccinated by some form of Pfizer, Moderna, or something. And he did not get it. And I understand. I know someone, a coworker of mine, who couldn't get the vaccine because she was allergic to something, allergic to an ingredient in the vaccine. But if you're allergic to something in the vaccine, why don't you just say it out loud? Look at Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not only he is unvaccinated, but he makes sure he follows the rules. He wears his mask on the sideline. He wears his mask at the game. He wears his mask during interviews. He makes sure he gets on the Zoom calls. He has it on all the time in the practice facilities. And he's really responsible about it because not only does he want to protect himself, he wants to protect his teammates. And Aaron Rodgers clearly did not have that idea in his head. And it really frustrates me because you're 7-1 and your team has a chance to go to the Super Bowl this year and you do this? It just really irritates me because I expected more from Aaron Rodgers. He's one of my favorite players and I cannot believe he did this. So I'm really disappointed, but go ahead.
The thing that really, really disappointed me was Aaron Rodgers came out and said on the Pat McAfee show he was getting his advice from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a lunatic. I like the UFC. I watch the UFC. Joe Rogan is a comedian, and he's a UFC commentator. He's not a scientist. And it came out. I have a quote to read. It says that Aaron Rodgers. This is coming from a Packers reporter, which says that QB Aaron Rodgers said he's been immunized, and he said that it's a personal decision and it's an interesting issue, and he said that he was not going to criticize teams who were not vaccinated. which is crazy because now it just comes out that he's not vaccinated. And even if you don't want to be vaccinated, bro, just do what the fuck Cole Beasley's doing. I don't think Cole Beasley is vaccinated, but he's still playing every game. I mean, if you're vaccinated, that's cool. I mean, like obviously it's really good. If you're not vaccinated, just stand on that fence and don't keep flip flopping and saying you're vaccinated one day and then coming out the next day and saying that you're not. Like, if you're not vaccinated, why the fuck are you telling us you are? You can still play if you're not vaccinated. To take shit like every day and shit. So yeah, it's disappointing, especially because their team is really good. And I don't know who they play next week. I'm gonna look right now.
Seahawks. They play the Seahawks.
They play the Seahawks. Is he playing?
They haven't said anything yet, but I don't care if he's playing or if he's not playing.
Because I know Russell Wilson is playing.
Russell Wilson is 100% playing. I don't care. I'm still gonna take Green Bay. I don't care if Rodgers is out. The Packers will run all over. Run all over Seattle defense.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have to talk about the Odell rumors because apparently he wants to go to the Packers. He's a free agent. No one picked him up. Where do you think he's gonna go? Because I think he might go.
I think Green Bay is his likely option.
I don't know if the Packers want him. That's the only thing.
That is the only thing. Green Bay is an option. Another sneaky option that
I just got a notification that the Patriots and Odell have been in contact.
That's what I was literally just about to say. I was about to say the Patriots because Mac Jones needs some weapons, but I was going to say that, but I feel like it's going to be Green Bay. It's just going to be Green Bay because I guess another team I could possibly see working.
Oh, before you say it, Packers, shame on you guys for giving Jordan Love's mom and his girlfriend fucking nosebleeds as the view.
Nosebleed tickets, not good. Anyways, I really don't know. Packers, Patriots. A few weeks ago I would have said Dolphins, but not really.
Yeah, I think it's between the Packers and the Patriots.
Even the Ravens might not be a bad idea either.
It would not.
And he would get to play the Browns. So.
That is true. Yeah. But as far as this game's concerned, if Rodgers plays, I'm gonna take the Packers. If he doesn't, I'm gonna take the Seahawks. Pretty simple.
Same thing for me.
All right, and then so yeah, the Seahawks, they did not play this week. They had a bye week, so we're just gonna move on to the next game. Falcons Saints divisional game, man. The Falcons move up to 4-4. They leapfrog the Panthers. The Saints move down to 5-3. They drop from first to second in the division. Matt Ryan had a hell of a game. Cordell Patterson had a hell of a game. As he's been having all season long. You know, he's been crazy. For the Saints, their defense was kind of ass. Like Marshawn Lattimore, Davenport, they could not really handle Patterson and people like that. Pitts. I thought Simeon did all right. Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, 249 yards. I think he picked it up in the second half for sure, especially in that fourth quarter. I mean, it was a grinded out game, as you'd probably expect it to be. These two teams hate each other, so.
Yeah. I think I said it in the last episode. This is a divisional game. So it's going to be closer than what people think. And sure enough, it was closer than people thought it would be. Matt Ryan had a terrific game. And like I've said before, the Saints are frauds. Their defense is not as good as you think. And it just proved. Matt Ryan had 343 yards. But last week against the Panthers, he only had 173. So, Cordell Patterson had a big game. Kyle Pitts really didn't get going, even though he had 7 targets. Excuse me. And this New Orleans defense looks bad. But not only that, Trevor Siemian really didn't look too impressive, in my opinion, until the second half when they really got it going in that fourth quarter. But big win for Atlanta. And I will say, even though Atlanta, in my opinion, I don't think Atlanta is really, good at all. Like you still got to play tough teams like Dallas, New
Is this
England.
result good for the Panthers, or
I
were
would
the
say, I
Saints
would
gonna?
say it is actually because New Orleans, even though Atlanta won, I really don't consider Atlanta to be that good of a team. And I know you're probably looking at me like Taters. The Panthers aren't that good of a team either. Well, we're not good when we have Sam Darnold at QB, but
No, because I
Atlanta,
was just gonna say the Falcons winning just increases that competition for the wild card, and like
here's the thing though, Atlanta's still got some very tough games. You got
they play
Panthers
Dallas
still,
next week.
Tampa,
They play Dallas
Dallas,
next week. Yeah,
New England, Buffalo, New Orleans still again. So I mean, I really don't see them making too much noise. And that seven seed is up for grabs. So
it is. I'm gonna take the Cowboys next week against them,
I
even
will
though
also take the Cowboys next week, even
they had a
though
tough
they
loss. They
put
had a
a
tough loss.
stinker on the scoreboard.
Hey, shout out to that man.
You know what? It's about time I do this. I have to make a public apology to Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Two Gloves to be specific. I thought he was the problem. He's not the problem. And it kind of showed in a big game against Dallas. Dallas came out flat. Dak didn't look good.
The Broncos defense looked really good.
Yeah, the Broncos defense looked really good. They played really well. And they just kind of Dallas off of the bye. Was it bye week or?
Yeah, bye week. No, not bye week. They played the Vikings. But Dak did not play.
I guess the return of Dak really wasn't. And Dak and CeeDee Lamb really didn't get it going at all. In fact,
CeeDee Lamb fucking sold me, bro.
CeeDee Lamb did not play good. In fact, it was Malik Turner who decided to have a really good fantasy day. So, yeah, Teddy didn't even throw that much. He only had 249 yards in the air. It was really Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon who really got it going against that Dallas defense. They played a really good game. Denver did, but
they did 5-4.
5-4, but this is
without Von Miller.
They did lose Von Miller, but I'm not really. I wouldn't take this too much into consideration. They still got some very tough games, so I don't think they'll make the playoffs. But it was a good win for them.
I'm happy for Teddy because I don't think he's terrible. I think he's good, and I definitely think he's better than Darnold after what I've seen so far.
Yes, he's better than Darnold. And also, I will say though, the next few weeks should be even tougher for them because Patrick Surtain has a knee sprain.
He is. He does. They go against the Eagles next week. I'm gonna actually go with the Broncos. I think the Broncos.
I'm gonna take Philly.
This is in Denver.
Actually, no. I'm gonna take Denver. Actually, I will take Denver. Philly doesn't look too impressive to me. In fact, I don't think they look. Besides Devonta Smith and garbage yards, Philly didn't look too impressive to me. So I will take the Broncos.
Yeah, the Philly played the Chargers. A close game at the end. Philly had a nice second quarter, but after that, apart from that, it was just the Chargers just going off. And Keenan Allen had a huge game. Justin Herbert threw pretty well for the Eagles.
Yeah, Justin Herbert had 300 plus yards. He had a monster game.
He had a monster game, yeah. Devontae Smith had 116 and a touchdown. Hurts had 162 and a touchdown. Jordan Howard was their leading rusher, which is weird. I don't know what's going on with Kenneth Gainwell.
Freaking benched him, so they put him in the doghouse.
He's not even.
And what's confusing for me is that you run the ball 27 times between Howard and Scott, but you refuse to run the ball when you had probably arguably a top 15 running back in Miles Sanders. That's what confusing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was crazy. We all had the Chargers in this one.
Yeah.
And they play Chargers. The Chargers play Minnesota next week. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I will also take the Chargers. I forgot to mention that was my upset of the week. Denver beating Dallas. I didn't think this would happen. I mean, I would tie it with the Bills Jaguars game, but like you really didn't expect it at all. So
yeah, Vikings Ravens. Man, I knew the Vikings would choke. They always fucking do. I don't think the Vikings are a team. I've watched them in this division for so long now. Kirk
I was
Cousins is
so I was
overrated.
so perplexed because when they got that interception, I was like, oh yeah, they might have a shot, but like, of course, Kirk Cousins stunk the bed like he usually
Overrated.
does.
Kirk Cousins is not what people think he is to me. Lamar, he threw 2 picks, but I thought he had a great game. 120 rushing yards,
Yeah, he
266
picked
passing
up the
yards.
slack in the second half. Once the kick return touchdown happened, he picked up the slack and they came back big time.
And
Um,
Freeman and Le'Veon Bell had some good rushing yards as well. Marquise Hollywood had 116 yards,
yeah,
and for
Hollywood
the
Brown had a big game. Yeah,
he did for the Vikings, Justin Jefferson had 1 touchdown, and Dalvin Cook had a big game. I don't know what's going on with Dalvin Cook right now. I think they're talking about his allegations or something. I
domestic
think.
abuse. Yeah, that came
Yeah,
out literally a few hours ago.
uh, which is weird, but
Hopefully it all
as far as
settles with him.
as far as the game is concerned, I had the Ravens in this one, so I'm happy they won. Um, and they play Miami on Thursday night. I think they're gonna spank them.
Yeah, they're gonna. I feel like they're going to just absolutely whip
I think
Miami.
they'll destroy them.
It's. I think Hudson said he's going to the game, so
Is he?
I no, he said he did. He was, but they're going to get absolutely whooped. Like it will not be close. Like this was one of a few weeks ago, or at the beginning of the season, you thought this was going to be one of the better Thursday night games. This is going to be one of the more ugly Thursday night games, and one of the Thursday night games you don't want to watch. I will be watching the NBA on Thursday, not the NFL.
Tua's out. Um,
Yeah,
and
Tua's out too. So
yeah, yeah. I think the Dolphins had a win against one of the worst teams in the
Texans.
NFL. So, yeah,
I
Tyrod
I
Taylor.
I changed my pick from the Texans, and then I changed it back to the Dolphins at the last second because I was like, nah, I have Miles Gaskin, so I feel like Gaskin will do well. So, and I'm kind of pissed though because I thought Taylor and Cooks would go. I thought they'd do well, but Tyrod had a bad game. He played like garbage. Both teams played like garbage.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. I mean, Tyrod had a terrible game. 3 picks. You know, one of the worst games that I've seen. So, um, speak of Hudson, we're talking about this Dolphins game. What do you think about it?
I mean, there's so many mistakes on both sides of the ball. The defense, I think it's been the closest it's looked to that this 2020 defense. This game has been the closest it's looked to. But I mean, Jacoby, we found out Tua was out like 30 minutes before the game, and Brissett threw like 2 interceptions, I believe. Tyrod Taylor had like 3. There was just so many mistakes, so many bad calls. Like that last fumble that basically sealed the game for the Dolphins was not a fumble. I mean, it was not a complete catch. It was an incomplete pass. So I don't know why they had it as a complete pass turned into a fumble, but so many mistakes on our side that we somehow won that game, and it's against the Texans. We have a short week. We play the Ravens, I believe, I want to say today, by the time this video is up, or possibly tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. So short week. Hopefully Tua can play, but I don't really know. I don't really have much high hopes for this game, but who knows? Maybe we pull off an upset or something.
Are you taking the
Steven Ross is
Dolphins?
getting. What do you say?
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah.
I said Hudson. Are you gonna take the Dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to the game?
Yes.
See, I told you. I told you, Suhas. I told you.
I'm gonna watch a spanking, bro. I'm sorry. Uh, Steven Ross is getting a lot of heat. Obviously, I follow a lot of these the Florida pages because of the heat. Man, the word Steven Ross and fired has been mentioned so many times. I don't know what's going on with them. There's turmoil, bro. Like I saw this. I saw the Heat. The 5 reasons people who are Dolphins and Heat guys. One of them
Mm-hmm.
said that they were like the way that the Heat have nurtured Tyler Hero and the way that the Dolphins have nurtured Tua has been completely different. That just shows you what a competent team, like well-run
It
team.
has been. Yeah.
Um,
I'm
like
but I'm gonna just kind of randomly take a guess here and say that both of you decided to take the Ravens in this game.
You're
yeah, no
absolutely
shit, we
right.
did. Bro. Yeah,
I already made my statement. I said I'm not watching football on Thursday. I'll be watching the NBA.
I'm probably watching the NBA too. The Heat don't even play, and I'm probably watching the NBA.
I'll probably
Um,
watch the Sixers Raptors game. Heat
um,
Clipper. No, the Heat play on Thursday. Y'all play the
oh,
Clippers.
we play
We
back to
play the
back.
Clippers.
We play back to back. We play on
Yeah.
We
Wednesday.
do. We play Lakers Clippers on a back to back.
Okay, then yeah, I'll be watching that game. The Texans have a bye week. We're not going to talk about them. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Browns Bengals game. My Cleveland Browns. I'm saying my Cleveland Browns.
My bro. Okay.
I love this
No,
team.
can we ridicule him real quick? He jumped from his Lions to his Saints,
Yeah.
now to his Browns.
I really like this team, man. I've been saying that this team is a contender. Is a contender if they get their shit together, and
They're
got
like
rid
last in the AFC North.
they got rid of the virus. And
The virus.
They're gonna do their, like, Baker Mayfield is so much better without Odell's bum ass. Nick Chubb is a top 5 running back. EPJ is so underrated. And their defense is crazy. And the Bengals have been always overrated to me. Joe Burrow has always been someone that I didn't think was as good as people made him out to be. The only player I like on the Bengals is Jamar Chase, and he had a okay game. He didn't have like a good game, like a great game or anything, but
The Browns played a good game against the Bengals. Joe Burrow just turned the ball over and over, and they just kind of hurt themselves with turnovers. But Joe Mixon had a good game, and Nick Chubb decided to announce his return and played like an absolute beast apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna big game from the Browns, and again, I mean, we kind of already knew from last year's sample size that Baker plays well when he doesn't have to force the ball to OBJ. So, I mean, kind of predictable, but big win for them. And next week against the Patriots, oh boy, I'm going to take New England.
I think the Browns will spank this team.
Wait, hold up. You're taking the Patriots over the Browns. Interesting.
Yes, I'm going to take New England at home.
Because he saw what New England did to his team.
I'm going to take New England at home over Cleveland. Expect wait, actually no, because the Patriots. Let me see real quick.
Odell could sign with the Patriots and play against the Browns.
No, because Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson had head injuries, and they all exited. So
They got Brandon Bolden.
Damian Harris is just a completely different.
You got the Browns.
You know what? If Damian Harris doesn't play, I'm going to take Cleveland, and if he does play, I'm going to take New England.
Here, Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson have both been placed in the NFL's concussion protocol.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't play,
they're not
Cleveland.
going to play. I don't think they're going to play.
If they don't play, I'm going to take Cleveland. If they do play, I will take New England.
Hudson, what about you?
I think the Browns should easily win this game. Patriots are a good team.
Wait. Big news today coming out of Cleveland, actually. Nick Chubb caught COVID.
Yeah.
He is vaccinated.
He is vaccinated.
He needs two negative tests within 24 hours, or he cannot play. If he doesn't play either, I'll still take. That's such a difficult game to choose now.
I'm taking Cleveland regardless of if he plays.
Regardless,
I think Kareem Hunt and Dearness Johnson are good enough.
No, Kareem Hunt's not playing either.
He's on the IR, so.
Well, I think Dearness Johnson will be fine.
Dearness Johnson is the only back, so he's gonna get like 40 touches.
I
will take Cleveland.
By the way, bro, I'm not a Saints fan, bro. I just hype up the Saints to mess with Tay just because he's a Panthers fan. They're in the same division. I just like Alvin Kamara. That's it. But I'm taking the Browns.
What about you, Hudson? We didn't hear from you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Browns. The Patriots are a good team, but based off of last week, I don't think we can't really take much from that. But I'm gonna go with the Browns, even if Nick Chubb doesn't play. Like Suha says, Kareem Hunt and Dearness Johnson, who's proved he can be more than the third string running back on this Cleveland team. I'm gonna be taking the Browns pretty easily here.
Okay.
The Patriots had a pretty easy game last week against the Panthers.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold 3 picks. CMC did not look like.
No, CMC had a good game, bro. Don't even blame this on CMC.
I'm not blaming it on CMC, dog. 14 carries for 52 yards is okay.
Well, okay. Do you want me? You want me to go first? Because I have
Go first.
so much to say. Let me get straight to the point, okay? This game is directly on the head of three people: Samuel Darnold, Matthew Rule, and Joe I am not creative Brady. Okay? Let me explain to you, okay? Suhas, I have a simple question, okay? You go into a press conference.
Oh, I didn't say it was CMC's fault, bro.
No. I'm not saying anything about it. Let me just say something. Let's say you're a head coach, okay? You go into a press conference. The week before, you ran the ball 47 times for almost 200 yards. And you say in the press conference, we want to run the ball like we did last week. Blatantly in the press conference. What do you think the defense is going to do?
They're gonna be bad.
No. I mean, okay. Let me reiterate the question. You beat a team last week by running the ball 47 times for almost 200 yards.
They're gonna be prepared for the run.
Thank you. This is exactly what I wanted to hear. Why would you blurt that out in the press conference?
Who was that? Matt Rule?
You knew New England was going to stop the run because you said that. And yet you still could not get off a play action. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson were just getting clamped man-to-man because you kept trying to run the ball. And when you're down all of a sudden and you start trying to throw, guess what? They're going to be prepared because you can't run play action anymore because they stop the goddamn run every single time. Joe Brady really confuses me because last year I thought he had so much promise, but this year he has been an absolute piece of shit. Holy Jesus. There is no creativity, no play. The play calling is so bad. It is so I'm so confused. Like, usually if your defense can hold the team to 17 points, you would say your team would be able to win, right? Not us, because our offense is so challenged because the play calling is so shit. And that brings me to Samuel ass Darnold. Holy Jesus. How ass can you be, bro? I'm so confused. This dude was lighting it up over the first 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, he looks like a garbage can. And I'm knocking on wood. I'm praying that his injury isn't too bad. Prayers for him. But PJ Walker is going to start. Thank gosh, bro. It's about time we see change in this offense. And it seems like PJ Walker's me in. And I do want to say one thing, though. The last time the Panthers had a QB that was hurt, and he had a bad game, and they ended up losing that game, you know who they played next week? Arizona. And you know what time the game was? At 4 o'clock. Guess who the Panthers played this week? Arizona. At 4 o'clock. And their QB just got hurt. And their backup is getting the first start this year. It's just all lining up. So I'm going to take Carolina over Arizona. I expect McCaffrey to have a big game. And this is a game that we need. And I feel like PJ Walker will bring energy into this game. And they'll pull off the upset.
What I was going to say. First of all, Robbie Anderson has not been on shit this whole season. I don't know what's going on with Robbie Anderson.
No, you know why? Because his quarterback can't deliver him the ball.
He can't. You're right. As I know you guys saw the video where he threw his helmet at Sam Darnold, or not at Sam Darnold.
He is 100% in the right to be upset. He is 100% in the right to be upset.
Yeah, exactly. Because look, he left New York to come to Carolina to get away from Sam Darnold.
That is true.
And Sam Darnold comes to Carolina. I'm sure he was thrilled about that.
I think the Panthers defense was solid.
Dude, what I just say, if your team allows only 17 points in this NFL, like these past few years, you should expect your offense to score more than 17, right? Like, you should.
Well, you guys allowed 24.
Teams have been scoring 20 easy.
You guys
You
allowed
should
20.
expect
You guys
your
allowed
team to score
24,
more
not
than that.
17.
Jokic suspended one game. Bruh, a game? That's it?
You guys allowed
Shut
20.
the little fuck up, Hudson. Nobody gives
You
a
guys,
damn.
you guys allowed 24, not 17. But it's still, that was
No, because the pick six.
the pick six. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Mac Jones didn't really have like a great game. Stevenson had 62 rushing yards and 44 receiving yards. He had a good game. Yeah, man, this is about Sam Darnold. I saw something. Joe Brady was asked about the LSU job, and he was like, "I'm not really worried about that. I'm just focused on being the OC for
Not
the
really
Panthers."
worried my ass. He can fuck off to LSU.
Yeah,
Joe Brady can fuck off to LSU. That's all I'm gonna say. Joe Brady can fuck off to LSU, and Sam Darnold can get his ass out of Carolina.
shout out to Brady.
I'm so ready for next season because this team is ready to compete. They just need the quarterback and they just need to fix the O-line. Those are the only issues with this team. And you can fix that by going and trading for a guy like Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson if his situation decreases. And you could go get O-linemen. Teron Armstead would be a great signing. And those are the only two issues, bro. This team is ready to compete.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Brady from Miami. Went to Pembroke Pines High School.
Shut the little fuck up. Holy Jesus. By the way, who are you guys? I didn't hear you guys talk about anything about this game, so you guys can continue.
Hudson, go ahead.
About which?
The
This
Panthers
game,
game.
the Pats Panthers game. I was driving halfway through this game, so I didn't even watch it. But over the radio, I could just hear the groan of Mike Mixon saying "intercepted" 3 times. I heard it from him 3 times saying "intercepted, intercepted." Oh my god.
And not only were there 3 interceptions, but 2 of them were in the red zone. But I'm going to keep it simple for the prediction instead of like the whole entire thing. I'm going to say Cardinals kind of blow them out. Nothing with the backup quarterback. Game's at 4 o'clock. We'll just say Cardinals breeze by this one.
You know history repeats itself, right?
I mean, like, yeah, but like, I mean, like, yeah.
I got the Cardinals too. I have the Cardinals as well. Robbie Anderson. Fuck you, bro. My fucking fantasy's ruined because of your dumbass. But yeah, the Cardinals played a great game against the 49ers without Kyler Murray and D-Hop. Amazing game.
We all had the Cardinals though, anyway. So.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, no. No, wait. You guys switched. Are we talking about the Cardinals and Niners?
We switched to 49ers when we saw Kyler Murray was not playing.
Yeah, and the Cardinals won that.
Yeah, no, I had the 49ers.
Yeah. Okay. Both of you guys had the Niners.
Switched. Yeah, all of us switched.
No. I stayed with Arizona.
Yeah, Hudson.
Damn. Okay, Hudson.
Arizona won. Colt McCoy, good game. I don't know how the fuck you guys let a guy named Eno Benjamin score.
It was all James Conner. James Conner had the game of his life.
Dude, he's leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
The 49ers fucking suck, bro. They're so bad. Like I knew this as soon as I saw them play the fucking Lions in week 1, bro. I knew they were dog shit. Like not dog. I knew they were a pretender. Like a lot of teams are like, oh, when they get healthy, they'll be a contender. Hell no. They're not even in the playoff picture right now. Play the Rams next week. They're gonna get their shit spanked by them, especially after what happened to the Rams this week. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. The 49ers are ass.
I got nothing else to say. The 49ers are ass, yeah.
49ers suck, and hey, I mean, it's only helping the Dolphins. I mean, it's probably not going to be more valuable than our pick, which belongs to Philly, but wouldn't mind them to just lose out and finish with, how many wins do they have right now? They have 3 wins? 3 wins. So they finished 3-14. I wouldn't mind it.
They play the Rams. The Rams, you guys all have the Rams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the Rams. On Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night. Rams had a pretty disappointing game. Matt Stafford had his usual one bad game of the season. He always does this. He'll be fine. It was just uncharacteristic of him. But the Titans defense, man, y'all were shitting on the Titans defense. They've held some teams to some low scores, and they're 7-2. When this team gets going, especially when the receivers come back. Julio came back. I think it was his first game. But when they get their shit clicking together, this team's gonna be dangerous. And they're 7-2 right now, even without Derrick Henry, which I did not expect. They didn't even dominate the run game. It was just they just kind of capitalized on errors from the Rams and just relied on their defense. Tannehill, I still don't think Tannehill convinced me. I don't know about you guys. He threw a pick six. He threw a pick to Jalen Ramsey. But their defense kind of won them this game, I guess.
Yeah, the Rams looked really sluggish. Matthew Stafford reverted back to Detroit form, so that's the reason why they lost. Cooper Kupp still had a big game, but the Rams did not look good. They looked good at the start of the game, and then the turnovers just happened, and they just lost the game from there on out. I don't know what Stafford was thinking on that one throw at the back of the end zone. Like, in his own end zone, throwing that ball, I don't know what he was thinking.
How the fuck did Jimmy Butler get fined, bro?
I know.
He didn't do anything. What the fuck? All right. The Titans play the Saints on Sunday.
I'm taking the Titans. The Saints are frauds.
I'm taking the Titans too.
The Saints are ass. They should get absolutely ass whooped. So, yeah.
I think Trevor Siemian's better than Sam Darnold, though.
Dude, I don't even give a fuck about Sam Darnold anymore, okay? In my eyes, he's no longer a Carolina Panther. We
gotta do some type of reaction video to that standings or to those before season predictions where I kept saying that you can't take the Jets out of Sam Darnold, but here we are.
Bro, I was always sending that one graphic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold, the Panthers said they're building around him, so.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I don't know if they have any replacements lined up or anything, but
yes, we have a replacement. He's just in Green Bay right now.
I don't know, bro. I think Aaron Rodgers is a future Bronco, and I think Teddy will go back to the Panthers.
Bro, we're not trading back for Teddy.
Y'all could use him right now.
Huh?
You guys could use him right now.
We could use, but again, it just confuses me because Teddy was right. Teddy blamed the play calling, and he was right. The play calling was the issue. It was on Joe Brady and Matt Rule because they couldn't figure out how to run an offense, and he was absolutely right. So, I guess Teddy wasn't the problem. So,
the last game we got to talk about from the last week's games was the Bears-Steelers Monday Night Football. I'm not missing anything. Bears-Steelers. This was a crazy game, especially at the end. The Bears made a huge. I was watching this with my friends yesterday. Crazy. Justin Fields is the future, man. I was super high on Justin Fields. I said Andy Dalton is a fucking trash can, and they should start Justin Fields day one. And guess what? When you start Justin Fields, you get into closer games. I guess. I mean, you're probably not going to win a lot because your team is ass, but Justin Fields is really, really good. But fuck the Bears because they're a division rival. The Steelers had a pretty good game. Najee Harris looked pretty good. It was kind of an all-around game for them. Minka had a really good game, in my opinion. Some crazy hits. Their special teams was ass. I don't know if you guys saw the punting and the punt returns and the punting by Presley Harvin. Terrible. I don't know if you guys saw one of the returns.
No, I saw it.
He fucking dropped it, and they scored a touchdown. The fucking punt went out of bounds, and the other punt went very short. That was like the only reason. Like, if they had not scored that touchdown, the Bears with Ray McLeod dropping the punt, then this game would have been out of reach. But they scored it, and it became a game all of a sudden in the fourth quarter. But the Steelers were cruising up till then. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this game.
All I gotta say is 35. Whoever 35, Arthur Millette
Oh,
for
so
the
ass, bro.
Steelers
He's
is.
so bad. He's
He's
so bad.
so bad. Oh my
Oh
goodness
my
gracious,
goodness, bro.
bro.
We
Every
were
single
saying,
time on the last 3 drives that the Bears ran, they went right at this man. Mooney had so many catches on him.
Cole
Robinson had
Kmet
so many
abused him,
catches on
bro.
him.
Cole Kmet abused this man, bro.
Yeah, they abused Arthur Millette, and he's the reason why the Steelers almost lost.
We were looking at like we were like, who the fuck is 35 on the Steelers? And then we figured out it was
No, yeah,
Arthur.
I was talking to me and my friends were watching this game. Well, no, we were texting over the game, and one of my friends is a big Steelers fan, and he goes, and I was like, "Who the fuck is 35?" And he was like, "I didn't even know who he was till now." And I was so confused, and he was just getting abused. Like I think Terrell Edmonds was out, which is why they had this guy in place, and he was just getting torched. Like Mooney had so many catches on him.
Yeah, the Bears have a bye week. As far as the Steelers, they play Detroit. The Steelers will whoop our ass, which is fine. Not too mad about that.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh too. So yeah, I got nothing to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers, but in this Bears game, we see Justin Fields looking really, really nice. And you guys know that Denver is kind of like my secondary place, but I mean, screw the Nuggets after last night or 2 nights ago. But the the Broncos though,
Fields at 9, bro. Patrick Surtain is he's good, but they should have taken a QB.
he's good, but like he injured his knee in yesterday's game. But I mean, seeing how Fields is playing, I was just so shocked when they took Justin Fields. I mean, when they took Surtain over Fields, I'm like the defense is already really, really strong. I don't really think you need another corner, especially the fact that you're like, maybe they're like making a move for like Rodgers or Watson or something, but they settled with freaking Teddy Bridgewater. Like, no, like I think that this team is like one elite quarterback away from being, I don't want to say full on contenders, but a really good team.
Again, just like Carolina. But anyways, imagine if the Panthers had Justin Fields. Oh my goodness. Irritates me that we chose Sam fucking Darnold.
I chose J.C. Horn too.
But J.C. Horn's good though. I'm not.
He's been injured.
But no, but he played really well the first 3 weeks. J.C.
Yeah, he did.
The only other game for next week we did not talk about because these two teams are on a bye week is Bucks and Washington. I got the Bucks.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are about to have monster games. Make sure you start them on your fantasy teams.
I'm starting Mike Evans.
Yeah,
I have Chris Godwin.
They're going to torch. Like Fournette is gonna have a big game too.
That's crazy. We would have not said this about the fucking Washington before the season. That someone was going to torch them.
Washington they just fell apart, bro.
They suck, bro. They're so bad.
They suck.
I think the Lions could beat Washington. I'm not even gonna lie.
But you know what's gonna end up happening? The Panthers play Washington in a few weeks, and we're gonna end up losing to them because that's just what we do.
I'll play them on week 11. Yeah. So. Yeah.
No, not next. We play them next week. Yes, we do. We play them next week. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. Now all we have left is the players of the week. NFC, AFC. Anyone have anyone in mind, real quick? Y'all,
AFC defensive is Xavier McKinney for the Giants. He had a monster game.
Amazing game, actually. Yeah, great game for him.
He had an amazing game. Yeah, I really like the way he played, and I'm going to stick with the. I'm going to stick in the NFC. Offensive Player of the Week, Matt Ryan had a big game, and pulled out the win for his team. Did you know this week? The NFC had 3 winning teams. 3 winning teams out of the 16 in the NFC won this week.
Jesus.
The NFC against the AFC this week was. Hold on, I'm counting this up. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1-7 against the AFC this week. the NFC.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. NFC. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, I already said my NFC, so you guys can continue with the NFC as well.
I have my AFC actually. I'm gonna say my AFC.
Oh,
real
okay.
quick.
Wait,
'Cause
Suhas, say your AFC defensive first, so because I know who you're gonna say, I think, and if you choose this person, I'm gonna take someone else.
I have Josh Allen.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. So, yeah, Josh Allen had a big game, but I'm gonna take someone else.
Whoa. For
What?
for offensive player of the week?
He means defensive, you moron.
Oh damn! I was about to say. I got so confused. I was about to say.
No,
Anyways,
yeah, I'm talking about defensive.
For me, AFC Defensive Player of the Week sadly belongs to J.C. Jackson, in my opinion. Pick 6, 2 interceptions, locked to DJ Moore down because Sam Darnold is a fucking loser and can't throw a football anymore, apparently. So, yeah.
My AFC Offensive Player of the Week is going to be Justin Herbert.
We went the easy route. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week or NFC Offensive Player of the Week. You said Matt Ryan. I'm gonna go Cordell Patterson.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Week. This is tough, but I think. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Isaiah Simmons.
Okay. Hudson, what about you?
For AFC offensive, I'll go with Carson Wentz. And then, oh shoot. And then AFC defensive, I think I'm gonna.
Fuck that. Oh no, keep going. I'm changing my pick right now. Keep going.
I was gonna say Josh Allen, but for a different guy, just off the bat, I may just go Javon Holland. Had that pick in there. But he also, not in the stats, he pressured Tyrod Taylor a lot on those blitzes. He blitzed a lot that game. And he was explosive off the bat from that line of scrimmage and just, I think it was either him or Nick Needham that completely wrecked Tyrod Taylor at one point in that game. But I'm going to go with Javon Holland, the rookie, for AFC Defensive Player of the Week. And then for NFC, I'll go with I was gonna say Kirk Cousins, but
I'm just gonna go with my defensive. I'm gonna change my defensive player. Did anyone say Xavier McKinney? Because I'm gonna go with him.
I said Xavier McKinney.
Okay, then I'll just go with Logan Ryan because they both had great games.
Hudson.
Broncos or AFC? That's true.
Yeah, it's hard to pick an NFC. Because all the NFC teams, the good teams, lost.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? Let me go with
3 NFC teams won this week, bro. 3.
I'm gonna go with Colt. Did anybody take Colt McCoy?
No.
I'll go with him for Offensive Player of the Week.
Ooh, I would have said James Conner, but
Colt McCoy had a crazy. For a backup QB, he had a crazy good game.
Fair point.
And then Defense Player of the Week, I'll go with I'm just gonna confirm that this is the player I'm thinking about. Kevin Byard.
That's AFC.
That's AFC.
Damn it! I died. Oh my gosh. Shoot, man.
It's tough because only 3 NFC teams.
Yeah,
won.
exactly.
Yeah, 23-1. Yeah.
I guess you have to go with someone from Arizona, probably.
Buda Baker, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll take Buda Baker, sure.
All right, next week's predictions before we close out the video. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to shit on the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's fair. That's hella fair.
AFC offensive. I'm going to stick with my guy, Jonathan Taylor, to have another monster week.
Defensive Player of the Week, give me Myles Garrett.
You've been picking Myles Garrett every week, and I'm going to
that's true.
I'm going to stick with my guy that I've been picking every single week, TJ Watt, who I think is the current deep boy right now.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I'm gonna go with CeeDee Lamb. I think he's gonna have a bounce back week against the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with Devontae Adams to have a monster game against that treacherous Seattle defense.
Defensive. I'm gonna go with Jalen Ramsey.
I am going to take Jason Pierre-Paul for Tampa. If he plays.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna play, but we'll see.
For AFC offensive, I'm between Watson and Ruggs. No, I'm probably gonna go. I literally just had a player too. Where the hell did he go? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go Najee Harris. Against this Lions defense, and then AFC defensive, I'm gonna go with Darius Leonard. NFC offensive, we'll say I'm gonna go with Tom Brady, and then AFC defensive, I'm going to say, AFC defensive, I'll say, or NFC defensive, I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, NFC defensive, I'll say, I can't do that. I'll go with, I'm forgetting his name now. Chandler Jones. Is he playing?
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, I'll take Chandler Jones.
Okay, and I think that's gonna be it for the video, for the episode. So make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe, comment down below. As always, peace.